Good Tuesday evening, South Carolina weather watchers. Hopefully, everyone has had a fantastic Tuesday. I am your meteorologist, Joseph Peterson. Let's go in and talk about the weather for your Tuesday evening going into your future. We have some stuff. We have some stuff that we are going to talk about tonight. And you can see by the screen right now the main concern. But before we get into that, if you have not hit the like button or the subscribe button yet, go on and do so. It's free. You can change your mind at any time. 10 people have tuned in so far, and we only have 5 likes. So if you are a part of that 5 that have not hit the like button so far, go on and do so. Also, make sure that you go on and share it. Share it with all the people that you know. We are at 599. I repeat, we are at 599 subscribers. We are one subscriber away from that main goal of 600 subscribers. One subscriber away. All we need is one person to go on and hit that button. If you know somebody that has not hit the subscribe button yet, go on and do so. Go on and let them know. So what are we going to talk about tonight? Well, obviously, we will talk about our current condition, what is going on right now throughout the state of South Carolina, but we also will talk about our weather for tonight and just what's going to happen tonight going into tomorrow. And just for like our short term, we'll also talk about the long term, obviously. We'll talk about the tropics and the new tropical storm that just formed. And then for the most part, after that, I think that is all we're really going to talk about. We've talked about temperatures, we talked about patterns for for the past couple of days. So we're going to take a break from that. We'll just go a bit easy tonight and just really just talk about this tropical storm here that has formed. So now that that is out of the way, what is currently going on right now throughout the entire state of South Carolina? Well, right now, there is some isolated shower activity that is ongoing right now. That goes all the way from Camden over into, or near Columbia at that point, near Williston, and then also near Jackson, South Carolina. There's some rainfall going on throughout these areas. Now, it's isolated, very isolated. In fact, it might not even be producing any sort of accumulation, meaning that there might not even be a chance of rain for those areas just because this might just be one of those annoying showers. Doesn't help anything. Kind of just sits there and does nothing. So that's what's going on in terms of the entire state. What's going on throughout the entire U.S.? No snowfall as far as I can see. So all of this over here is rainfall. It goes from North Carolina all the way through Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, going into New York, Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, going into Illinois, Wisconsin, the UP of Michigan, and also Minnesota. So we do have some rainfall going throughout those areas. Rainfall going on over here near California as well, especially from like the western coastal areas going into southern California. Texas getting in on some of that near Houston, also near southern Louisiana and southern Mississippi. Now, if we go on into our cloud cover, obviously cloud cover going on where those isolated showers are, but inside of the upstate, there is indeed some low clouds that are ongoing up there that could potentially be some fog. As there is, there's not really too much of a threat for fog. It doesn't really say too much inside of the discussion about fog, but I do think if those low clouds up there stay, which if we go on and look at our future, you go on and push this forward, you can see cloud cover starting to continue to push its way down. You see like some fog like over there in Georgia and Alabama, but you're not really seeing too much. And so even as you go into tomorrow morning, like clouds will still be going like in the southern Midlands, the low country, the Grand Strand area. So that will go on tomorrow morning into the afternoon, and then we will be done with cloud cover as you go into like tomorrow afternoon, and everyone will be nice and clear tomorrow. So didn't really say anything in the discussion about fog, but low clouds are ongoing over there inside the upstate right now as we speak. Now, for current temperatures right now, 69 in Columbia as well as 64 in Orangeburg, 61 in Somerville, 62 in Georgetown. We also do have around 65 in Myrtle's Inlet, 60 in Conway, as well as 66 in Myrtle Beach, 65 down there near Charleston, 66. 68 also near Aiken, 64 Greenwood, 64 in Anderson, as well as 62 inside of Clemson and Greenville. 64 in Spartanburg and Gaffney, York, Rock Hill, all 64. Low temperatures for tonight around 47 in Greenville, 47 in Spartanburg, as well as 49 in Anderson, 49 Greenwood, and 54 in Columbia, 52 in Aiken, as well as 54 in Orangeburg, 55 in Walterboro, 57 in Moncks Corner, and 61 in Charleston, 57 inside of Georgetown, as well as 59 in Myrtle Beach, 62 that being inside of Hilton Head Island, and 54 Florence, Sumter, 52 in Girard and Camden. Rainfall for tonight, no rainfall is expected according to this map right here, but again, might not be off of accumulation. I mean, if I go in and look at the reflectivity for these right now, it's only around 23 to 30. That is very light rain at that point, so it's probably not accumulating much. Probably not accumulating much at all. Crazy score for tonight, we're at an 11 inside the calm category, obviously with those isolated showers ending, especially as we get near midnight. Rainfall less than a tenth of an inch is expected just as we go through from now until the midnight hours. No flood risk, obviously mild temperatures, lows in the low to mid 50s near normal. You also will be having those clouds move off, and then as the cold front moves through, brings that drier air, high pressure builds, and it promotes radiational cooling by the morning time. Now for the SPC outlook. SPC outlook, we obviously don't have any thunderstorms that we have to worry about as we go through tonight, so we are good there. What about tomorrow? Tomorrow, it seems like that we also do not have a thunderstorm risk as well. So we are good there for day 2 tomorrow. And then Thursday, we are good here for day 3. Excessive rainfall, you can probably guess, but no. No excessive rainfall is expected as we go through the next 5 days. For the tropics, the models, we'll get to the tropics in a second. I guess I'm antsy to get there. But the models, before the tropics, we do in fact have some rainfall that honestly, this model right here shows us a bit further back and a bit more towards the north and west than what is currently going on. This is what the model says. It's kind of up there in the upstate at 9 o'clock. This is what it actually is right here. More inside of the central Midlands, going up even a bit into the southern Midlands. So the models here has it a bit further back than it originally is supposed to be. And now, how will this affect the models? It could affect them pretty greatly, especially if that's not what it looks like. It went from off what it thought it would be at 9 o'clock, and it continued pushing it forward. And by 1 to 2, 3 a.m., it has it just getting into the Midlands, going to the southern Midlands, and then by 4 o'clock, finally going away all the way to 7 o'clock in the morning. It actually still has some rainfall activity going on over near the PD and the Grand Strand area, most likely just Grand Strand near the coastal areas, by 7 o'clock in the morning. So that will be something interesting to see. If I can look, the 0Z is out, and what the 0Z says actually has some more shower activity pushing in through the upstate, and still by 6 o'clock in the morning, it shows stray shower activity going on from the low country over into the Grand Strand area. So things here are looking a little bit interesting. Will this rainfall here, will it accumulate much? Is that why? They're saying that it's going to be mostly dry, or is this model here just a bit on the more convective, lenient side? That's also something that we're going to have to look for as well as we go into tomorrow morning. But you continue that forward even more all the way to 1 p.m. dry. Going all the way into tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, tomorrow night, just looks dry. All the way into Thursday afternoon, 2 o'clock p.m., dry. Nothing here that I'm really watching for right now. So once we get through tonight, going into tomorrow, no rainfall is really expected as we go all the way through into Thursday afternoon. But what about even further into the future? You go in and push this forward. High pressure obviously is there. I mean, we're not seeing any rainfall all the way to the 26th, the 27th, the 28th, the 29th. I mean, at this point, I think that we probably will see some rain finally start to come in, maybe the 28th and the 29th. I mean, it matters on what happens to those coastal showers right there just off our coast. But another cold front will push in close to Halloween. Yesterday it was showing on Halloween day, but now it shows the day before now. It has all that rainfall move through all the way, and then Halloween, at least for now, looks dry. Looks dry for sure, so it looks like the day before it's going to be cooler. Now, what exactly does that mean? What exactly does that mean as we go in and push our way even further? High pressure takes over, obviously, after each cold front passes. It's always like usually nice for the next couple of days, just because the high pressure is here, takes over, it goes through. And for the most part, I mean, I see another potential cold front going into early November, but after that, it's just the same thing that I was talking about yesterday. If you were here yesterday evening, you know what I'm talking about the same pattern of cold front, high pressure, cold front, high pressure, cold front, high pressure, ridge, trough, just over and over and over again. And that seems to be, and it seems to be, we're getting inside that pattern now to where we are going to get cold front after cold front just multiple times over and over again. And so now we're really getting into, I mean, that's how you know we really are getting to this fall time frame now. And especially, comes with these cold fronts comes severe weather. Now, luckily, it doesn't look like any for us, but they've already gotten some severe weather over there inside the central U.S., inside of the Mississippi Valley, inside of those areas. And so, will it push eastward towards us? If the ingredients are right, it will have that opportunity to. We'll have that opportunity to for sure. But that is all that I have for the long-term future. So now I can get to the tropics. So Tropical Storm Melissa is with us. Tropical Storm Melissa is with us. It is a 50-mile-per-hour storm. Melissa is expected to bring heavy rainfall and a risk of significant flash flooding and the danger of landslides to portions of Haiti and the Dominican Republic through the weekend. Hurricane conditions are possible in the southwestern peninsula of Haiti, where a hurricane watch is in effect. A tropical storm watch is in effect for Jamaica. Preparations to protect life and property should be completed by Thursday. There is a significant uncertainty in the track and the intensity forecast of Melissa. Interest elsewhere in Hispaniola and Cuba should continue to monitor the latest forecast. So let's go on and check out the warning cones and see what it shows. So obviously hurricane watch parts of Haiti is included in there, and there is a tropical storm watch that is in effect for over there for Jamaica as well. So these areas definitely need to watch for Haiti, Dominican Republic, Jamaica, Cuba, and maybe even up towards the Bahamas as well. I mean, we'll see what happens, but obviously there is so much uncertainty in this track because it looks like Melissa's going to kind of go slow, and it's not going to go that fast. I mean, right now, it's moving west at 15 miles per hour. And by 2 p.m. on Saturday, it's only Tuesday, 2 p.m. on Saturday, it's only going to move probably around a couple hundred miles to like the north and west. So over towards Jamaica. So, and it's not even going to make it there yet. So this thing will be moving slow. It will be moving very slowly. And if somebody gets under, if somebody definitely gets under those heavy rain bands from Melissa, that would not be a good situation just because of how slow it's moving and how it's going to gain that strength as well as it stays over those warmer waters as well. That's not a good sign. Not a good sign. But we'll continue to see what happens here. I know probably people will be asking me. I know nobody has asked me yet. I assume it's going to happen soon. But they're going to ask, is it going to hit South Carolina? Well, this is what Melissa looks like right now. If you want to see it, right now it looks like just this kind of just unorganized. I mean, it's organized, but it doesn't look too organized. This doesn't have that hurricane look that you might just look at and be like, oh yeah, that's a hurricane. You might just look at this and be like, well, this just looks like some storm. But it is indeed a tropical storm producing winds of up to 50 miles per hour. In terms of exact gust, I mean, gusts could go all the way up to around 60 to 70 miles per hour or so. But it actually says only 55, so it's actually a bit weaker than that. But that's what it looks like. Now, what about the models? So here's the global hurricane models. These are what the models look like for at 9 o'clock when they were updated. Right now, it says, that's not what I want. Right now, it says that it's going to take that turn up to the north and east. That's what most are saying, over towards like the Bahamas. But you have a couple. You have a couple that tries to go a bit more west out into like the western Cuba areas over into the Gulf a little bit more. And so this thing is still uncertain. We're still too far out to say exactly. But that's the actual hurricane models. The GFS, same thing. Some goes a bit further west. Some has it going, obviously, taking that northeastern trend. That's the most likely scenario right now, but things can change as it has the main black line. That is the line of, honestly, I'd say line of best fit, but the line of just where everything is kind of like combined with it. Now, the GEPS as well. GEPS also shows another just northeastern turn relatively quickly. And the closer that it gets towards the state of South Carolina, the more we will have to watch for rip currents and high surf. And so that will cause an issue there. And especially if you can see these hours 2:16, 2:40. That means that there's still a good 9 to 10 days away before this even happens. And before we really can tell how close will it be over towards South Carolina. Now, the intensity guidance, most of it, obviously tropical storm, but most of it gets to around a category 2 to a category 3, and some even get it up to a category 5. Now, to get to a category 5, I say this every time, and it still happens anyway, you have to have a lot of things go right for a category 5 to occur, and so only 1 to 2 models are saying that right now. So, I'm not going to say, full out category 5, now. Is it possible? Absolutely. Absolutely it is. I mean, if models are saying that it's possible, then it's definitely possible. But most of it having maxing out at around like a category 3, maybe a low end category 4. And then you have some that stays as low as a category 1 and category 2. But again, 140 hours out or so. So there's another look at the cone right there. If you want to look at it from a different perspective without any sort of guidelines or anything like that, this pretty much this huge circle right here is pretty much all the places it really could go after you get past like Saturday. So it could go anywhere. That's just another thing right there to where you can see it can go almost anywhere. And so that is it for the tropics. I mean, nothing else really for us to talk about. After Melissa is done, the tropics is just not showing much life at all afterwards. Does that mean that the tropics is over? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But the European model doesn't have Melissa going over towards. It definitely has it going more towards the north and east. But afterwards, it doesn't show anything going on afterwards. And so that is all that I have there. So let's go on and talk with. The audience. If you want to be part of the audience, you can by joining us at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Let's see what the audience has to say for tonight. Starting off, let me go and move this over here real quick. There we go. Got that. And here we go. The audience. So, starting off here, that is not what I want either. I don't know what's going on. There we go. Okay, I got it. Bit of some technical difficulties, but we got it. Starting off with my Aunt Lula first, who says, "Good evening, everyone. Good evening to you." First person inside the chat tonight, congrats on that. My Aunt Shirley comes in and also says, "Good evening to all. Pray all is well. Another beautiful day here in Raleigh." That's fantastic. Fantastic to hear. Glad that it was another beautiful day there. Mr. Chris also comes in and says, "Good evening, everyone. Hope y'all had a great day." I did. Good evening to you. Hopefully you did as well. He also says, "Please remember to go hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also share. It helps the channel grow." He's absolutely correct. We've had 18 people tune in so far and only 7 likes. If you are a part of that, group that have not hit the like button yet, go on and do so. It's free. You can change your mind at any time. My Aunt Lulu comes back and says, I pray that everyone had a blessed day. It was today in Georgetown. It was nice and cool. Nice and cool. Thank you so much for that weather update. And thank you so much for praying that we had a blessed day. I do appreciate that. Mr. Chris comes back and, well, actually, I already read that. But you said started off cold here amongst corner, but turned off very beautiful and warm. And absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. It was definitely very cold this morning, but then it ended up starting to be warm. And so I actually did wear a hoodie today when I was outside. And so every time I had to go inside, I had to take the hoodie off. Every time I had to go back outside, I had to put the hoodie back on. It's just because I get hot way too quickly. And so if I have a hoodie on, I'm just going to have to keep on taking it off, taking it back on. And so that's the type of weather it was mainly for today. But got through it though. My nana says, hello, Jay. I worked in the yard this afternoon. Despite of my back, it was nice outside. Glad to hear. Hopefully you can get some rest and not go outside and work while your back is hurting. But glad that you did get some work done. Glad it was productive. Mr. Anthony says, good evening, everyone. Good evening to you as well. Terrell says, greetings, everyone. Greetings to you. My cousin Cheryl comes in and says, good evening, weatherman. Hope all is well for you and your family. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone had a pleasant day. Nice weather in Philly today. Keep up the good work. Weatherman, love you, Cheryl. Thank you so much for that comment. Do appreciate you for being here tonight. And hopefully, all is well with you. My Aunt Lula comes back in and says, nephew, I admire you. How you report the weather and go to school. Great job, and I'm so proud of you. Thank you so much for that. I do appreciate that message. Try my best out here, even though things happen, come on, but I do indeed try my best not only for school, but for other activities like this channel as well, and then also just other stuff that I have going on, so I do appreciate that. Mr. Chris says, feeling more like fall now. Hope it stays that way. It's looking like it will. I mean, we definitely can't rule out any temperatures like back in the 80s again, but in terms of, temperatures like for like the high 80s, 90s, I think that's done for us in South Carolina. Thad says, good evening, my dear cousin Joseph and weather friends and family. I trust everyone's day went well, and we are all doing fantastic. It was another beautiful day here in San Antonio. Thank you so much for that message. All is good with me. Hopefully you had a great day as well. I'm glad that it was another great day. He also says, Melissa, oh no, that is that is definitely a pretty scary name. Definitely a really scary name. But I will say, hopefully it won't do anything to us. I hope so. That is all that I have, though. So, let's go in and talk about the 4 locations outside of South Carolina, that being San Antonio, Texas, Raleigh, North Carolina, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and also Duncan, Oklahoma. If you want to go in and stay with us for that would be fantastic, even if you're not in those areas. The reason why we talk about these locations is because we have people from these areas who tune in almost nightly. And so for them being here, for them showing their support, we're going to do their forecast, even though their forecast is not being talked about, they still stay. And so let's go on and give them theirs, though. Starting off with San Antonio first. Low temperatures tonight at 67, high temperatures tomorrow at 88, and then low temperatures tomorrow night at 70. No precipitation is expected. No severe weather is expected. Same thing with excessive rainfall. And for the most part, you're good. Raleigh, North Carolina, low temperatures tonight at 54, high temperatures tomorrow at 72, and then low temperatures tomorrow night at 45. No precipitation is expected at this time. And indeed, there is indeed no excessive rainfall. Now, severe weather. It's not the severe weather that you might think. It's not, thunderstorms. It's not damaging winds, tornadoes, stuff like that. It's actually fire. On Thursday, the 23rd, you actually have a critical fire risk. That is for, obviously, it being breezy potentially, and then also you have low humidity. All of that combine to bring some fire concerns. So if you don't have to burn anything on Thursday, don't do it. critical conditions are just going on right now through for Thursday. So I definitely would not advise it. Definitely would not advise it at all. But that's it for you. Now for Philadelphia, you have low temperatures tonight at 51, high temperatures tomorrow at 64, and then low temperatures tomorrow night at 46. No precipitation is expected tomorrow, but tonight, showers are indeed expected. So definitely you have to watch out for some showers tonight. And then for Duncan, Oklahoma, being the last location, low temperatures tonight at 46, high temperatures tomorrow at 79, and same thing, low temperatures tomorrow night at 55. No precipitation is expected for the next 48 hours or so. But on Thursday, there is indeed a chance for some isolated severe storms. Yes, that is a level 1 out of 5, so low, but it's there. Watch out for some isolated severe storms on Thursday. And then for excessive rainfall, you do in fact have a threat for some excessive rainfall on Friday. The one for Thursday is gone. Don't see it anymore, so the only one now is Friday. And that is all that I have for those 4 locations. So it's relatively quick. But what is going on right now throughout the entire U.S.? A storm moving across southeastern Canada will bring widespread rain and isolated thunderstorms to the northeastern U.S. through Wednesday. Lake effect showers and thunderstorms are expected downwind of the Great Lakes through Friday. Dry conditions and gusty wind will bring an elevated fire risk all the way from southern Virginia into northeastern Georgia. And I probably also should talk about this as well, because it's also, I believe it actually does include South Carolina. If I'm not, yes, it does. But on Wednesday, inside of the upstate, there is indeed a fire risk. This is tomorrow. There's a fire risk. So if you would please not try and burn anything tomorrow, if you're inside the upstate and even the northern Midlands, that also would be fantastic as well, because there's an elevated fire risk. Yes, that is due to low humidity and potentially gusty wind conditions. Now, not only just for tomorrow, but also day 3 as well. On day 3, that goes into a bit more of just the upstate, just in general, but for the most part, it's up there for like Rock Hill over towards York and Gaffney in these areas, and even Spartanburg's included in there as well. But that is all that I can see right now in terms of fire conditions. So hopefully everyone enjoyed the forecast tonight. If you did, make sure to go hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button. We are at 599. We are 1 subscriber away. That's it. Just 1 subscriber away. That is how close we are. That's how close we are. So if you could please go on and hit the subscribe button and share it with all the people that you know, that would be fantastic. And hey, you can let them know, if you subscribe, you will be the 600th subscriber. So that, might also get them to subscribe a little bit more. But that, and then also remember to be back here tomorrow morning for your Wednesday morning forecast update. We'll be halfway through the week tomorrow, after we're done with the day. Thursday, we do have the drought monitor coming back. And then, other than that, I believe that is all that I really have for this week. So everything else should be normal. I will be back tomorrow morning. Make sure that you're there. Wednesday morning forecast update. Everyone have a fantastic rest of your Tuesday. Top fans will be going inside the chat, by the way, and hit those 2 buttons before you leave.
Shoot you right down off of your feet. Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang. Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang. I love the way you walk. And I love the way you talk when you walk that walk. and you talk that talk. You knocks me out off of my feet. Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang. Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang. How, 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 how. How, 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 how. Hey, hey. Bang, 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 bang. Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang. I love the way you walk. I love the way you talk. When you walk that walk and you talk that talk. You knocks me out off my feet. Boom, 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 boom. Bang, 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 bang.
Boom, 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 boom. Gonna shoot you right down off of your feet. How, 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 how.
Hey, hey.